VTubers, they come in all shapes and sizes. Some can sing, some can dance, some are good at games, and some aren't. But there's one thing we all have in common as fans, and that's a deep appreciation of our Oshis. But where does it come from that makes the viewer feel a deep connection with their streamer? Is it something they've done? Is it something that they're good at? Is it something that's grown over time? Or is it lightning in a bottle? And most importantly, if they ever got the chance to meet their streamer, what would they say? All of these questions continue to fill my head, but then I realised VeXpo was coming up. It's the UK's first ever VTuber convention, and I had a weekend pass. So I packed my plushies and made my way to Birmingham. While I would enjoy the panels, the concerts, the interactions with fellow fans, I also knew I had to find the answer to these questions. And that's where these guys come in.
Hi, I'm Civic.
Hi, I'm V.
I'm Camille.
Hello, I'm Nev.
Hi, I'm Mar.
These lovely people allowed me to interview them, find out who their Oshi was, why they were their Oshi, and most importantly, if they had a message for them, what would it be? As fans, we very rarely get to meet our Oshis. As EU fans, it is an even more barren chance. So I thought it'd be nice if they could get their feelings across, even if it was only just a handful of fans. I hope their message would reach their Oshi. It didn't have to be serious or deep. It could have just been an in-joke from stream, or just a thank you for something that they did. I wanted to use this opportunity to give them a chance to speak their mind and potentially be heard. So this is where I stop speaking now, and I hand the video over to these guys.
Aura.
With Fantome, and second is Ninomae Ina'nis.
My Oshi is Vox Akuma from Nijisanji.
As you can tell, my Oshi is Ina.
Since the debut.
Ever since she got announced.
I started watching him like a couple years ago now. It was while he was on like a month's break, and then when he came back he did a karaoke stream.
I started watching VTubers the same time the Hololive Myth debuted, so that's when I found Ina, and I've been watching since then.
Pretty much a mix of.
Well, the fact that I've never really watched enough British VTubers, so when I heard that there was a big one for a big company, I really wanted to start watching them, and I felt it was day one that I knew I was gonna like them.
Akuma started since the beginning on her channel. I love her energy, her comfy streams. As of me, I'm also when she still was in Nijisanji as Homo Repro. I used to watch back then, and yeah, I still enjoyed them.
I mostly listened to him at first for his ASMR content, but then I started watching his VODs, and when he came back I started watching him live all the time. And he just became really comforting to watch, especially because we're in the same time zone. And I really like his more silly side. Like, my favourite streams of his are definitely his Donkey Kong ones, and I desperately want him to play more Donkey Kong.
Well, the first thing is that she's an artist. I'm also an artist, so I felt kind of like, you know, a little bit like a kinship of like, we have the same like passion and stuff. And she's also very comfy to watch, even like a little bit healing sometimes. She's very, very comfy. She also is like very like smart and resilient as well.
Just that your music videos really inspired me very later, and yeah, I appreciate it.
That they're a cat.
One message from me. You're pretty good.
I want to thank him for being like so creative, because the stuff that he does with the medium of VTubing really does show just how much potential there is in the space, and I really hope that he's able to create a standard where people feel a lot more encouraged to show their creative sides besides just streaming.
It would be like to just keep up the hard work and to like thank her for everything. My personal message would be like her content is very inspiring to me, especially like at the moment, because I'm currently on a gap year and I was studying art. So I finished my foundation art course, and then I just felt so burnt out and so like just like not in a great mental headspace after, you know, what you mentioned, it's like so many years of school. And like for the past year I've just been like struggling to like find my passion and my motivation and stuff. And I spent so many days just like lying in bed and not just feeling like I was drifting and like in autopilot. Because like before, I would fill so much of my time just making art, whether it was for school or for like personal reasons. But since I had burnout, I just couldn't like feel like the passion anymore. But as you can see, like with this cosplay and stuff, like her content and like her art streams, it helped me find like my motivation and my passion and stuff. Like making this cosplay stuff, even if it was like quite last minute, I felt like the drive and like the passion of like making stuff again after just spending so much time being like, oh my god, I just feel like I'm not doing anything right now. So yeah, thank you.
After listening to everybody's stories, I couldn't help but notice parts of mine in theirs, but the one constant, the one thing that always overlapped, was our Oshis. They are the ones that helped us realise it didn't have to be all doom and gloom. Whether it's picking up a pen to start drawing again, making your first ever cosplay, or simply offering words of encouragement that it's time to take those first few steps out of your room and to actually try again. The streamers that we watch, though they might be different in appearance and content and personality, the one thing that they all share is they offer us a little glimmer of happiness to people like you and me, where work isn't getting on top of you, or once you've finished with school and you've gotten home, all your worries seem to slowly sink away, and they are there to always entertain and encourage us. The fact that I'm even uploading this kind of content does correspond directly with VTubers and streamers. If I hadn't watched people like Pippa, or Fauna, or Mint, who are all very different at first glance, but have all given me that goal that I don't have to accept my circumstances, and that if I don't try, well, I'll never know. Presenting yourself to the internet is terrifying, and what's even scarier is introducing yourself to people at a convention, asking if they'd like to be involved in a YouTube video. That is something the old me would have never even considered doing. But after being introduced to these streamers, I felt a confidence, a belief in myself, which I never had before. This freshly instilled belief of I could do it, and that is thanks to VTubers. And to those VTubers who have positively affected not just my life, but your viewers as well, I just wanted to say on behalf, thank you. I've been Laverick, this has been Something New, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.